Okay, why did I make this video? The reasons are mainly selfish, as I don't expect anyone to actually watch this, as I'm known for doing Minecraft builds and not playing Clash of Clans. However, I do plan on making this hopefully entertaining. The purpose of this video is basically to show that I had all 13 Town Halls at the same time, but 3 days previous to writing this, Supercell released Townhall 14, so if I'm gonna make a video, it's gotta be now. Especially since I don't have time to play Clash of Clans anymore, so I'm not gonna work to get another Town Hall. The 6.5 people watching this video might be wondering, why on earth did this prior gaming guy make 13 Clash of Clans accounts? Honestly, I'm not entirely sure, but since I put so much effort into this game, I figured I'd make a video about it. As I show you each Town Hall, I'll show you screenshots of its progress and its current state. However, I think I deleted all the screenshots from the first 6 months of me playing the game, and the times I decided to take screenshots were random, so don't expect a comprehensive guide on each account. Oh, and I realize that some of you may be confused and wondering how I have 13 devices to play on. I don't. All of this is on my phone, so I use Supercell ID in order to switch between accounts. Okay, starting with my Townhall 1, you can obviously see how much effort I put into this account. It took years of relentless grinding to reach this point. Unfortunately, now I'm not able to do anything else other than just upgrade my Town Hall, let alone get a clan castle. Since it's not letting me exit this account without upgrading my Town Hall, it's forcing me to upgrade it right now. Now let's move on to the Townhall 2, which I have a surprising amount to say about. First thing you might notice is how creative the name of the account is, as this prior Townhall 2 to signify the fact that it's my Townhall 2. Very surprising, isn't it? You may notice that the trend continues up until my Townhall 5, because about a year ago I created all 5 accounts at the same time. You may also notice that I have 5 builders as a Townhall 2, almost 9 million gold, a lot of seasonal obstacles, a clan castle, War League medals, decorations, purchased scenery, removed over 1,000 obstacles, scored almost 20 stars in War Leagues, defended against 212 attacks, and slew the giant dragon. You know, perfectly normal stuff. Here's why. Months ago, I purchased 2 packs in the shop, which explains several of those. The first pack came with 10 million gold, which allowed me to clear out all of the stone obstacles, get a clan castle, and purchase all of the decorations once I hit experience level 15. You can't actually get a clan castle at Townhall 2 unless if you buy a pack like I did. Later, I realized that I was stuck with tons of trees that I couldn't get rid of thanks to my storage not being big enough. In order to remedy that and to get gems from the obstacles, I bought the first scenery pack and got 2 million elixir. Over the long period of time that I had this account, I had the opportunity to clear obstacles for gems, amass seasonal obstacles, participate in war leagues for over 500 medals, get XP, and successfully defend against 212 attacks. I was able to get all 5 builders from the gems that I got from clearing obstacles over the course of a year. I was able to slay the giant dragon because of some event that probably shouldn't have counted the achievement. So I believe that all of my accounts have the achievement. It was similar to this challenge right here where I can have a max Townhall 14 army as a Townhall 2. I no longer have a surplus of elixir to remove obstacles because I spent it all, and withdrawing funds from my clan castle doesn't bypass the limit, sadly. Something to clarify is that this is the only account of mine that I've spent money on. I do free to play because I think it's much more rewarding. One final thing to mention is that the clan this account is in is called GG, and this is the clan tag for if you want to join. I have all my accounts here except for my Townhall 12 and Townhall 10. However, I will be removing all of the lower level accounts from this clan after this video for the sake of space. My Townhall 3 is the only account of mine that doesn't have 5 builders because I've neglected it. You may notice that I kept 4 of the large stones instead of removing them. The reason is that on most of my accounts, I keep 4 of them and then I put them in the corners. However, on some of my accounts, I haven't gotten enough shovels in order to do that. Other than that, all there is to show is the account profile, which there isn't much to see there. My Townhalls 3 through 5 are practically the same, so I'll just point out some consistencies and leave it at that. While my Townhall 2 did do 4 multiplayer attacks, my Townhalls 3 through 5 haven't done a single one. That's because I maxed the accounts just from collecting resources. However, I also got resources from attacking goblin maps and doing clan war leagues. It's funny because these low level accounts have amassed tons of war league medals and successfully defended against hundreds of attacks. The only difference between 3 through 5 is that 4 and 5 have builder halls while 3 doesn't, which practically did nothing other than use them for gems, which is why they have their 5th builders and Townhall 3 doesn't. I do think it's funny that my Townhall 2 was much more interesting than 3 through 5. Now let's move on to my Townhall 6, which is named Yes. This one's about the same as my previous 3 Town Halls, except I have done multiplayer attacks, have a ton more War League medals, and I've had this account for much longer. Honestly though, I don't really remember when I made this account. The builder base on this account is pretty meh, but to be honest, I ignored builder base on most of my accounts because it's too much to deal with. You know, since I had 13 accounts to manage. I think that's all that's worth mentioning, so let's move on to the Townhall 7. The reason I went through these accounts so rapidly is because I made them for the sake of having all 13 Town Halls, so I haven't done much with them. I personally didn't start this account account, but I brought it up several town halls and maxed it at Town Hall 7. As you can see, this account is a couple years old and it has the old Christmas tree obstacles. If you look at the War League medals and the stats on the profile, you can tell that I've used it a lot for war since my clan used to be small and I carried single-handedly. As you can see, it has an average builder base. I don't think there's much else to say about the account. Now we're starting to get into the big guns with Town Hall 8. This account certainly has no shortage of gold and elixir. Funny thing is that this account hasn't actually been around as long as the Town Hall 7. Originally, this was meant to just be a max Town Hall 7, while the current Town Hall 7 was meant to be a Town Hall 6, but I bumped them both up to fill in a gap. The reason is that I had a max Town Hall 9 get banned by Supercell. It was an unfair ban as I didn't actually break any rules, and they ignored all my appeals. What happened was I was trying to recover an account while logged on to the one that got banned. I couldn't remember the answers to some of the questions that the staff team was asking me to confirm that it was actually my account. I did something insanely stupid, and I guessed on some of the questions I didn't actually remember the answer to, not knowing that they would ban me for phishing, which in this situation means to try to steal an account or information. Because of that, I had to upgrade all of my town halls that were below Town Hall 9 in order to fill in the gap. That also includes my current Town Hall 9, which was meant to just be a Town Hall 8. But turning away from that tragic story, I do have to admit that this account has been very useful in war, judging by the profile and War League medals. You may have noticed that the name of the account is GG, which is the same name as the clan. I created the clan and named it GG because at the time, I said GG a lot in order to be funny, was a pretty poor attempt, so I thought it would be ironic or whatever. I created this account in order to be the leader of the clan, basically the anchor, and level it up before I join it with other accounts that were in another clan. I also get to say GG on occasion in the chat in order to try to be funny. Yeah, because, you know, the account name and the clan is called GG. Yeah, you get it. The builder base on this account is actually something that I worked to level up. As you can see, it's pretty much a max builder hall 5. At one point, this was one of 4 accounts, so I had time to do some builder base attacks here. I think that's all there is to mention about that, so let's move on to the Town Hall 9. Funny story, this account and the Town Hall 7 were created on the same day, and this was my 3rd account. What happened was, on a school trip, me and my friend had a contest to see who could level up an account faster, so he started what is now the Town Hall 7, and I started this account. For a few days after we started the challenge, we were both grinding out upgrades. However, he stopped playing Clash of Clans altogether, so later he let me use the account since he was done with it, and that ended up as the Town Hall 7. On this account, I maxed it at 8, but then I had to bump it up to 9 because, you know, my Town Hall 9 got banned. The main thing I've used this account for, like several other accounts, is for War and War League battles. The reason I don't have an insane amount of War League medals on this account is actually because I spent a lot of them, and I do want to point out that I have over 10,000 gems without buying any, and I spent a lot of them on statues like these. Also, I do all of my own base designs, so if you want a tutorial video, maybe let me know. I must point out that the builder base is very high level for a Town Hall 9. The reason for that is because I had this and 2 other accounts for a while, so I could actually focus on builder base. The last thing I want to mention is the name. I chose Mineman prior because Mineman and Minecrafter are synonymous. However, I did mess up the second M as it wasn't supposed to be capitalized. It makes people think that it's 2 words when it isn't. That's all that I want to mention for that account, so let's just move on to the Town Hall 10. This is actually the second account that I've made. What is annoying is that when I maxed this account a while ago, I had to pay 2 million for each wall, but now it's just 1 million. However, I do understand Supercell's need in order to reduce the amount of brine that is necessary in order to reach the top town hall. You can see that this account has been around for a while because of the stats on its profile, especially the war stats. Just to clarify, I'm not saying that anything in this video is remotely record-setting or impressive. I'm just saying that most Town Hall 10s haven't done this much war. Another thing that's cool is how many obstacles I managed to line up using shovels. I think the base looks really cool with all the lava walls, resources, and almost 20,000 gems. The builder base on this account is really strong as it's almost maxed at 7. However, I don't have time to do any builder base attacks on any of my accounts except for my main one, which I only occasionally do battles in. You may have noticed that the clan this account is in isn't actually GG. I've stuck with this clan for a whole 2.5 years that I've been playing this game. Some guy named EA stopped playing ages ago, but he recruited me from global chat when I first got a clan castle. At this point, I don't think I'll end up leaving the clan unless if I stop playing. The name I chose for this account is Darkslayer Boy, but B-O-Y instead of B-O-Y. The reason for that is my main account name used to be Darkslayer Boy, with boy spelled B-O-Y, but I ended up renaming that account to Prior. Dark was meant to describe my appreciation for dark humor, Slayer was meant to represent me beating others in the game, and Boy, that's obvious. However, I stopped liking the name because some people thought it was some emo thing. The last thing I want to mention is that this was a sort of backup account that I created when I found out that you could have more than one. I just thought it'd be cool to have a secondary account, but little did I know that I would end up creating more than just 2 accounts. I think I included everything important, so let's just move on to Townhall 11. The thing that probably jumps at you right away is that it's not actually maxed. The reason for that is that I didn't start the account. This is one of those fix that rush things, and that when I started the process of upgrading it, it was extremely rushed, so it has taken a lot of gradual upgrades to get to this point. Despite the walls looking bad, it's actually pretty far along for being a max Townhall 11. While I haven't had much time to devote to this base, I rarely have things upgrading unless if it's in the lab. Non-stop lab upgrades have allowed me to max almost every troop and eventually every spell. This account was very useful in carrying GG and war, especially in the early days when I was leveling up all my lower level accounts. I also use a strong anti-3-star layout that I designed, and if I scroll down the defenses list, you can see that it has succeeded in that. The builder base is very behind, but I don't care enough to do anything about it. That's all I will bother covering on this account, so let's move on to the max Townhall 12. Yeah, it's no longer Townhall 12, and I have to explain what happened. So a few days ago, I was trying to finish up this video, and I did a recording of me showing this base as a max Townhall 12, excluding walls. In the recording, I used a hammer of building to instantly upgrade it to Townhall 13, but when I was about to end the recording, my phone ran out of space and it deleted the whole recording. After that happened, I just decided to go to bed, and here I am a few days later trying to finally finish up this video that no one's gonna watch. To remedy that, let's just pretend that this is still a Townhall 12. Side note, if you want more Clash of Clans content, don't subscribe because I do Minecraft on this channel. Okay, let's just resume the script as it was before my phone recording failure ruined the whole video. This is my flagship account as it's very high level and was the first account that I've ever created. Once again, I'm a bit upset that I grinded to upgrade half my walls and they dropped the price by 1 million. Some might point out that this isn't completely maxed, which is true, but I'm not going to wait around upgrading my walls, letting my builders stay stagnant, and leaking dark elixir. The lab is nearly maxed, and my hammer of spells will deal with the invisibility potion, and the siege machines are each 1 upgrade away from max. Just a quick tip, spend all your war league medals on hammers of fighting, hammers of spells, and research potions. The reason for that is that the lab takes the longest upgrade out of everything by far. Make sure to calculate what gets the best value per upgrade to decide when you should switch from research potions to hammers. As you can see, I'm pretty stacked in magic items, resources, and gems, so I'm set for Townhall 13, which I will actually be upgrading to in this video. Yeah, that was in the script, and then my phone... Yeah, you get the point. If you look at the stats, you can see that I hit Legend League, completed most achievements, and aren't even close to some of them. 2 of them are new achievements that I would have already completed, like boosting a super troop 20 times and donating 50 siege machines. I've donated hundreds of siege machines as I donate several a day, and I use super goblins for farming whenever I do walls. Something very interesting is that even though I have been playing this game for over 2 years, I have successfully defended a bit over 400 times. The reason for that is for over a year, I did a bunch of trophy pushing, so I lost like every defense. It's fascinating because my Townhall 2 has more than half as many successful defenses as this account. When I was a Townhall 8, I pushed a Champion League, and as a Townhall 10, I pushed a Legend League. They were both extremely stressful, but the latter was far more. This is the point in the video where I outline my whole trophy pushing experience. I first started trophy pushing when I upgraded to Townhall 8, and I did it with Go Wipe. The strategy was to use 4 Earthquakes, then send Golems, P.E.K.K.A.s, Valkyries, and Rage into the center of the base to snipe the Town Hall. The reason I started trophy pushing was because I saw the win bonuses gave you a ton of loot, which I of course wanted. So I hit Champion League as a Townhall 8, which wasn't too impressive as some people's Townhall 7s go into Legend League. I couldn't find any screenshots of me hitting Champion League as a Townhall 8, and I'm not sure why. I think I might have deleted them or they got lost somewhere. However, I only did about 2 to 4 attacks a day, which made it more difficult since I couldn't sit around all day looking for easy bases to attack. Next, I went to Townhall 9, which I mainly just focused on maxing out a base, and I got up to about Champion 2, which was alright. Things got a lot more serious when I went to Townhall 10. Now, you may think that it was a bit of a breeze to get the Legend League as a Townhall 10, since after all, I could use siege machines that were donated to me. Yeah, I didn't have that luxury as no one active in my clan had siege machines to donate. Trophy pushing was a nightmare because I used 3 lava hounds, a lot of balloons, and rage to sweep through a base to take out the defenses as fast as possible before they shredded my army. I was attacking mainly Townhall 12s, and if I was lucky, Townhall 11s. It was extremely frustrating because it didn't always go as planned. Sometimes I would attack multiple bases, 1 or 2 starring them for a few trophies each, and then lose all the trophies that I gained from a single failed attack. It was a grueling process, but after a ton of time and effort, I worked my way up to Legend League. I remember I was so excited when I finally hit that 5,000 mark as I was in Utah on Thanksgiving break since we were there to ski, and I did it with the level 28 queen. I never really upgraded her at that point because she was vital to taking out enemy clan castle troops and doing cleanup in an attack, so I could never really spare time to upgrade her. And that was all about a year and a half ago. Shortly after, I was thinking about just maintaining my trophy count, but I realized what I had to do. I decided to drop over 2 2,000 trophies. The reason I did that is because keeping up my trophies was immensely stressful. Also, there was very little loot to be had in bases, and Crystal League had tons of dead bases to get massive amounts of loot from. Since then, I haven't done any intentional trophy pushing, and I've just been farming for the sake of it. To turn away from the regular village aspect of this account, let's just go onto the builder base. As you can see, I'm almost completely maxed on builder base, and I have all of the achievements. I've also done pretty good on trophies, which I'm pretty proud of, even though most people don't care about builder base. Overall, I remember I was so into Clash of Clans for so long as I watched so many strategy videos and I worked so hard to be good at the game. Although now I realize that there was never really any point to it all, but I do admit that I enjoyed the time that I played. Alright then, I believe that's all there is to cover on that account, so let's move on to the last one. This is my fully maxed out Townhall 13. As you can see, every wall, defense, and trap is at its highest level it can possibly be. And if you go over to the builder base, you can see it's the exact same way. If you look at the name of the account, you can see that rushing all the defenses was actually intentional. Believe me, it's no easy feat to keep every trap, defense, and wall at level 1 while making my offensive capabilities high level. If you look at the lab, you can see that I have a surprising amount of high level or max troops. I made this account as a joke, but also because I know my main account wouldn't hit Townhall 13 for a long time. When Townhall 13 was released, I just knew I had to rush an account to get the new features. I also created it so I could provide siege machines to my GG clan and donate other troops. I think the account is pretty funny, and I'm upgrading it to Townhall 14 and plan on continuing to rush it to the next Town Hall each time one is released. I'm actually pretty proud of this account because it takes a lot of dedication to do this. Well, I think that's all there is that I want to cover in this video. If someone managed to watch all the way through, do make sure to like the video and tell me that you made it to the end in the comment section. Now, I do not advise doing the same thing in Clash of Clans that I did over the past 2.5 years, as it took up a lot of time and in the end, it produced nothing other than meaningless accounts and I guess this video. However, I used to have a lot more spare time and I did enjoy playing the game over the years. On that note, thanks for watching, don't subscribe unless if you like Minecraft, and hopefully I'll see you later.